This is called Fight Despair with Poetry. Fight despair with this fun manifestation practice. Fight despair with these two powerful questions. Fight despair according to your body type. Fight despair according to your hormone type. Fight despair with loving awareness. Fight despair with ethical choices. Fight despair with bare-faced confidence. Fight despair with that fresh after braces smile. Fight despair with your own photo inside. Fight despair with online personal styling. Fight despair with how to stand while socialising. Fight despair without pause by day and by night. Fight despair as mighty as a rock from the sky. Fight despair with the glimmer of brightening dawn. Fight despair, though the darkness is dense, and light there is none, there is none, there is none. Fight despair and honour the struggle. Fight despair with how to honour your struggles. Fight despair with the feel wheel. Fight despair with the worry tree. Fight despair with the skincare pyramid. Fight despair with the best gift for girls. Fight despair with crunch-free curls. Fight despair with leg contouring casual pants. Fight despair with deep discounts. Fight despair with these 3 affirmations. Fight despair with 5-star hydration. Fight despair with 3 things the spirits have told me. Fight despair with no drone, no problem. Fight despair with 3 exact methods, step by step, on how to manifest your dream life. Fight despair with the 13 mighty gale wind, south wind, north wind, east wind and west wind, blast, counterblast, typhoon, hurricane and tempest, devil wind, frost wind, gale and tornado. Fight despair like the birds of the forest, ravening eagle and vulture. Fight despair with the bear, hyena, lion, panther, cheetah, deer, ibex, the beasts and game of the wild. Fight despair with the beasts of the field, the creatures of the wild, and experts of every skill and craft. Fight despair with healthy and beautiful nails. Fight despair with fungus-free and healthy nails. Fight despair with 5 journaling prompts to step into your personal power. Fight despair with 8 tips to step into your power. Fight despair at the top of the mountain. Fight despair curled up in the open. Fight despair who so desired life. Fight despair for 6 days and 7 nights. Fight despair with the glimmer of brightening dawn. Fight despair though the darkness is dense and light there is none. Fight despair full of foreboding. Fight despair with more gut health, less bloating. Less bloating. Fight despair with well-being anchors. Fight despair with 4 types of anger. Fight despair to feel good, to attract good. Fight despair with that reading feeling. Fight despair with the move naturally menu. Fight despair with your cheeks so hollow, your face so sunken, your mood so wretched, your visage so wasted. Fight despair with mushrooms. Fight despair so find a bounty. Fight despair so the tide is rising. Fight despair so the boat on the shore. Fight despair so walk back and forth. Fight despair with nutrient density and why it matters. Fight despair with these 3 simple rules of happiness. Fight despair with these things I thought were personality traits until I was diagnosed with ADHD. You don't realise you're doing because of your high-functioning anxiety. Fight despair with the 21-day wall Pilates challenge. Fight despair with 3 signs you're a slow reader. Fight despair with 5 signs your hair is wavy. Fight despair with this one recognition to help you stop worrying about anything. Fight despair and master people relations. Fight despair and use your gratitude for manifestation. Fight despair with the glimmer of brightening dawn. Fight despair, though the darkness is dense and light there is none. Fight despair full of foreboding. Fight despair with more gut health, less bloating. Fight despair with fragrances that don't cost a fortune. Fight despair and allow it no motion, no motion, no motion. Fight despair with my free career change handbook. Fight despair with your self-care love language. Fight despair with this free course that will help you not just know you are lovable, but feel it so deeply that others can sense it too. Fight despair, so sit there weeping. Fight despair with a personalised engraving. Fight despair with good gut bacteria. Fight despair with the moon in prayer. Fight despair with the ground burst asunder. Fight despair with the wind, the downpour, the gale, the deluge. Fight despair with instant ways to become magnetic. Fight despair with the flames diminished and turned into cinders. Fight despair with capsular wardrobes made easy. Fight despair with the warm, soothing glow of the fairy light spirit tree. Fight despair with 5 uncomfortable signs that you are becoming who you're supposed to be. Fight despair with our introduction to investing webinar. It's free. Fight despair that spills over people. Fight despair to wander the world. Fight despair with frizz-free curls. Fight despair with the glimmer of brightening dawn. Fight despair though the darkness is dense and light there is none. Fight despair full of foreboding. Fight despair with more gut health, less bloating. Fight despair with fragrances that don't cost a fortune. Fight despair and allow it no motion. Fight despair to revolutionise your worldview. Fight despair so this tip will save you, will save you, will save you.